everyone in the next lecture on the double integration. In previous lectures we discussed simple problems on double integration, problem based on the polar coordinates, problem based on change the order of integration and evaluate. Now in today's lecture we are going to discuss the problems based on change the problem into polar coordinates and evaluate. In previous lectures we are dealing with the x and y mainly, which is nothing but the Cartesian coordinate system problem. That problem we would like to convert into polar coordinates. Now why to convert it into polar? In most of the cases whenever there is a part of means your function is having x square y square terms, or your limits is having x square and y square terms, then your when I make a polar conversion of Cartesian to polar conversion, the problem becomes little simple to evaluate. Change to polar coordinates and evaluate. Now I'll just discuss a brief idea how we are going to discuss or how we are going to solve the problem based on this, and I will explain the method with the example also. The first one, what is to be done? Your problem is usually given in terms of x and y. Find the region of integration based on the problem given in xy system or Cartesian coordinate system. Then what you do? Then once you identify the region of integration, then make a substitution. X is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, dx dy is r dr d theta. Okay. Then derive the limits of r and theta by drawing a radial strip. Okay. Draw a radial strip in your region of integration. I already explained you the radial strip is always fixed at origin and it is get rotated by an angle theta with respect to x-axis. Some portion of the strip may involve in your region of integration, or maybe entire strip will come inside your region of integration, but your end of this strip is fixed. Only thing is, if only this portion of the strip is coming inside, then this one is a lower limit and this one is a upper limit. Okay, this part we will discuss with an example. And once you derived the limits of r and theta and convert your problem in terms of means your integral I in terms of r and theta, then you solve first with respect to r and then with respect to theta. This is usual procedure. Okay, I will now shift to the very simple example, basic example I would like to discuss. Okay, now observe this example. We have to change to polar and evaluate. Now see, to identify the region of integration based on these limits, you will draw the diagram here, and then we can decide the region of integration. First of all, tell me one thing. Inner integral are of what? These are the limits of x. They are expressed in terms of y. So here I am getting x is equal to 0, x is equal to square root of 1 minus y square, then y equals to 0, y equals to 1. As inner limits are of x, outer limits are of y. That's clear. So here I am getting x square plus y square is equal to 1. It's a unit circle, center at origin and radius is 1. Okay. Now what is to be done? Change this into polar coordinates. So put x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. So when I substituted x is equal to r cos theta here, r cos theta is equal to 0. This is possible when theta is equal to pi by 2. So this is an equation of our y-axis. So when y equals to 0, this makes r sin theta equal to 0. This is possible when theta is equal to 0. That means your x-axis. Next is y equals to 1. So this implies r sin theta is equal to 1. Okay. So actually this part is not necessary for us, but still I can say you this is sin theta is equal to 1. R sin theta is equal to 1. So one can write this as r is equal to 1 upon sin theta, or whatever you want, we can make it. But usually this change for this particular curve is not expected here. So we'll just leave this one. Okay, x square plus y square is equal to 1. So this is r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta is equal to 1. So this gives r square is equal to 1 as r is a radius, it is always been positive, so r equals to 1. So what we do is, now we first draw the region of integration. Radius is at origin and center is at origin and the radius is 1. So this has to be 1, 0, this has to be 0, 1. So this point is origin. The next is x equal to 0, that means the y-axis. Y equal to 0, that means your x-axis. And then y equal to 1 means a line parallel to the x-axis. This one. Okay. Now, in original problem, your strip is horizontal. On the left side, there is a line. Yes, x equal to 0 is a line, that means your y-axis. On the right end of the strip, it's a portion of the circle, as upper limit is a part of a circle. And the moment is from y is equal to 0 to y equal to 1. x0 means this one. Here has to be a circle. And the moment is from y equal to 0 to y is equal to 1. So region is OAB. So this is your region of integration. Now what? Now draw a radial strip here. This is my radial strip. Now you can observe my radial strip completely lie inside the region of integration OAB. So the lower end of the strip is at origin and the upper end of the strip is at a boundary of the circle. Hence, here it is expected to reduce the equation of circle into polar form. The rest of the curves is not expected to convert into polar form. Okay, so whenever you go for this particular step, I suggest you first, based on this, first draw the diagram, draw the radial strip and see where the strip is lying. Is it in the inside the region completely, or some portion of the strip is in the inside the region? And based on that, those curves are at a upper end and the lower end of the strip, only those you can convert into polar form. It's enough. Now, to convert this region, your strip will be rotated in this direction, which is fixed at origin. Okay, I'll take this one, which is fixed at origin, and it is get rotated in this direction. Okay, so to complete this region, you need to rotate it by, yes, can you tell me what could be the rotation? Initially your strip is at here along x-axis. When I start rotating it slowly like this, fixed at origin, when it reaches to this, the total distance covered is theta 0 to pi by 2. Yes, that's very important. So now we will derive the limits of inner and outer integral. Consider a radial strip. Therefore, limits of inner integral. First one is lower limit. Where the lower end of the strip lie? At origin. So at origin the radial length is 0. Upper limit is at a circle. The polar equation of the circle is r is equal to 1. Limits of outer integral. Outer integral limits are always for theta. Your theta get rotated from 0 to pi by 2. So hence my integral I becomes, now it's very important, theta runs from 0 to pi by 2, r is equal to 0 to 1. Wherever you have a x, substitute r square cos square theta. Wherever you have x square, substitute r square cos square theta. Y square is replaced by r square sin square theta. Dx dy is replaced by r dr d theta. So hence I am getting theta equal to 0 to pi by 2, r is equal to 0 to 1. R square can be taken as common. We get cos square theta plus sin square theta becomes 1. So this r square and r becomes r cube dr and then d theta. In case of polar coordinates, inner integral is always evaluated for r, outer limit always evaluated for theta. Hence, theta is equal to 0 to pi by 2. What is the integration of r? R raised to 4 upon 4. Limits from 0 to 1 d theta. So what I am getting there? 1 by 4, which is a constant. Integration theta is equal to 0 to pi by 2 d theta. What is its integration? Theta. Limit from 0 to pi by 2. 1 by 4 is outside. So what I am getting there? 1 by 4 into pi by 2. Lower limit, it is 0. So hence what I am getting there? The answer is pi by 8. Okay. So this is how one can solve the problem based on the polar coordinates. The steps are very fixed. First, you identify the region of integration. Then once you identify the region of integration, draw the radial strip. Then required curves should be converted into polar form. Once you get the required curve into polar form, derive the limits, then convert your entire problem into polar coordinates and evaluate. So these are the steps involved in the change to polar and evaluate. In the next lecture also we would like to discuss few more problems on this. Thank you.